Wake up, babe. New IP conflict just dropped. So, if you've been following the news, Israel versus Palestine's out. India versus Pakistan is in. Oh, yeah. Isn't it great to live in the 2025 where it feels like every year has some new world-ending political conflict? And this is the one that should honestly terrify you because it's two countries that are both nuclear powers. And one is driven by religious fundamentalism. They both kind of got fucked over by the British, but their governments despise each other. India was attacked in a terrorist move, and now they're retaliating. And Pakistan is retaliating again. So it's just a horrifying equation. Are they just going to keep on escalating? Because these are two nuclear-equipped countries that could potentially create Armageddon. We are on the verge of a disastrous nuclear winter or a World War III, far more disastrous than the potential conflicts of the Israel-Palestine conflict. That's still continuing. Israel-Palestine is the hotness, but India-Pakistan is the one that could end the world. So it's absolutely a terrifying thing to be alive. I'm not super educated on the history, although I remember ages ago I saw a Vice documentary talking about, like, this is the most dangerous border on the world. And it was like the border of the Kashmir region of India and Pakistan, just talking about how it was so contentious and could lead to nuclear Armageddon. And that is a terrifying prospect to live in, especially when we have Trump in the office. I don't know what the political leanings are of people who stumble upon these videos, if you're left or right, but as we saw with Trump and Zelensky, he is not a particularly good negotiator. The great art of the deal guy doesn't know how to construct any effing good deals. So the fact that he was like kind of learning about it and being passive, I hope it resolves. It's like, motherfucker, you should be there doing diplomacy as the leader of the world. I know you like to be America first, but if America is the leader of democracy in the world, and ultimately in the world's interest is to not be blown up in nuclear fallout, then you should be front and center on that. It's kind of a dark and stormy cloud right now, which kind of portends. I mean, if there's two ways to look at this. There's, be nothing happens guy, where you put all in and nothing happens, and that it'll just be like some saber rattling and some missiles, and a couple people will die, but then we'll just go back to normal. It's sad to say that's the best case scenario at this point. And then there's further escalation, increased conflict, and then eventually nuclear war. Fucking goddamn Islamic extremists just can't let anyone have a good time. Just had to, go after those nice people who are having... There's one really terrifying video where there's this guy, this nice Indian guy, he's just having a good time, and he's on a zip line. And while he's on the zip line, the attack is, and you can kind of hear like little shots and like you see little people running around. The video is not super graphic, but the implication is absolutely terrifying. If I was a Hollywood horror guy, I would like try and either build an entire movie around that scene, or at least use that scene in a movie. There's nothing more terrifying than like being a part of a contraption that you have no control over while you just watch all hell break loose. Definitely useful for a zombie movie. But it was a terrifying sight to behold. So things are not looking great. India kind of have a little bit of mixed feelings about it. It's funny. There was like this big push to like get rid of Apu from The Simpsons because he's like a dated racist stereotype. But now the perception of Indian people has just gone down absolutely terrible. If you go onto X or Twitter, you just see all this racist stuff about, Indian people being like the people of poop and riding poop missiles and all this derogatory stuff. And I think that perception is not helped by the fact that, as most Americans have to deal with a constant barrage of Indian scammers calling them all the time. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I know, like, you can tell it's an Indian scammer when you pick up the phone and you hear the boop sound, because that means it's transferring you to a call center. And then when you hear a lot of people and you have the Indian accent, then that's basically your cue to just go ham on them. I always go ham on when I'm like, no, it's a call center, and I just, you know, go crazy. Treat them like shit. Because I don't like scammers. So that is kind of I like to think most of Indian people I've encountered are industrious. When I think of Indian people, I think of people who are building tech companies and are always working and building businesses. But obviously, a lot of people have a negative experience with Indian folks, and you just go to Twitter to see that case. But it is a scary, terrifying reality we live in. Hopefully nothing happens, guy prevails. I'm hoping that nothing happens. But yeah, oh my God, we got a nuclear war threatened with the Russia-Ukraine. We had the pandemic. We had Israel, Palestine threatening further escalation in the region. It has just been a never-ending barrage of horrors. The 2020s, if we live past it and enter into some utopian age, assuming global warming doesn't come to kill us all, it is an absolutely terrifying, chaotic point to live in this age. And the future generations, assuming there are future generations, will have a very interesting. I look forward to seeing, kids read in their history books about the 2020s, so they can read about, be quizzed on the Trump tweet index or the Truth Social Post index, or like have to write a paper about Trump posting the Gaza AI meme or the Studio Ghibli deportation meme. Wild times. It's not boring, but that's not great. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Love seeing all the activity. Send me likes and comments. I'll probably reply to most of them. That is a promise. So let me know what you think. Who are you rooting? Which side of the liberals going to take? India or Pakistan? What's going to go on? Will we survive, or will the doomsday clock hit 12? Very foreboding.